Haji lihat ini terbalik nggak?
Enggak, Pak.
Hah? Nggak terbalik? Oh, oke. Oke. Nggak terbalik ya? Oke. Dan mulai ya. Hi guys, good afternoon. See you again at Cosby headquarters. Today I'll be working on Pemphis, the icon of Indonesian bonsai. Selamat sore teman-teman, kita jumpa lagi di headquarter Cosby. Hari ini kita akan demo dengan bahan santiki, dan hari ini bahan yang santiki yang akan kita kerjakan itu adalah dari Sumbawa. Jadi kalau kita lihat santiki dari Sumbawa itu karakternya memang beda. Dia ukurannya biasanya nggak terlalu besar, batangnya juga tidak terlalu besar. Kemudian dia banyak perantingan-perantingan, cucu ranting yang halus-halus, yang kecil-kecil. Karakternya luar biasa. Hanya biasanya santiki yang dari Sumbawa ini dia tumbuhnya itu dia agak berebah. Jadi biasanya itu karakternya itu pohonnya itu agak flat, sehingga untuk mendesain santiki dari Sumbawa biasanya punya tantangan sendiri, karena biasanya dia flat, jadi cukup sulit untuk mendapatkan komposisi yang bagus, angle yang bagus itu memang cukup sulit, karena biasanya kalau kita salah mendesain biasanya dia agak terlalu monoton. As you may know that in Indonesia we have a lot of Pemphis in different area. The best Pemphis are around the Celebes or the Sulawesi islands, around that. But we also have Pemphis in different areas with different characters. And the Pemphis I'm working today is from Sumbawa, close to Bali. And the Pemphis in Sumbawa, they have a very specific characters. The size normally is not very big, the trunk is not very big, but they have a very interesting, very dynamic line. Normally have multi-trunk, a lot of line character inside. But the problem, not a problem, but what is special on the Pemphis in Sumbawa is normally they are quite flat because they are growing flat on the surface, on the rocks. So normally the trunk is not growing too long. They are more or less on the same level. So this is the it's very challenging because this kind of characters is difficult to get a very nice composition, because as you know, Pemphis we cannot bend it, we cannot bend the trunk or the branches like other species. They are very rigid. So we can only doing by finding the right angle to find the nice composition. So it's not much we can do on bending here and there. So we should be very sensitive on trying to find the right angle so that it shows a nice line character at the same time with a sufficient empty space, so that we can have a nice composition. That is very challenging. So this is the character of Pemphis in Sumbawa. So this is one of the ones I'm talking about. Jadi santiki dari Sumbawa ini seperti saya katakan tuh cukup suatu bahan yang sangat menantang, karena kalau santiki kan kita nggak bisa kita tekuk sana tekuk sini, sehingga kita hanya bisa mencari angle mana angle yang tepat sehingga menunjukkan garis-garis batang, cabang, perantingan, sekaligus di mana menunjukkan ruang-ruang kosong yang dibutuhkan, sehingga kita mendapatkan satu komposisi yang enak. Ini yang cukup menantang. Jadi kita harus cukup jeli untuk mendapatkan satu sudut angle yang baik. Mungkin bisa bantu mana si Jujut? Kita bongkar dulu. So now what we should do next is to take it off so that I can see what is inside, and then I'll work on finding the angle for the composition.
Bonsai apa ya?
Oh. So by the time my assistant is working to taking off the trees from the pot, just want to show you around. This is the garden, the bonsai center of Cosby, Indonesian bonsai artist community. So it is about 1 hectare. And this is where we have fun. This is Aji Ebo, this is Untung, this is Lukianto. So today, because today is Sunday, so there's not a lot of people. So this is where we are working on our trees. We have discussion. We work together, and we also have a lot of new guys stay here, working and learning bonsai from the seniors. Okay, let's wait. Come back to the studio. And we are waiting for the material. So, I will talk a little bit about Pemphis. Pemphis is the icon of Indonesian bonsai. There are few countries who have Pemphis, like Indonesia, Philippines mostly, and then also in Thailand, in some area they also have Pemphis. A part of that, I don't see so much Pemphis, and so far I would say that only Indonesia and Philippines are working on Pemphis for bonsai. In Thailand they are just starting. Malaysia they might have some, but so far they are not successful to explore the Pemphis as bonsai. It's a very sensitive species. It's not easy to handle. Especially when you get the material, the Yamadori from nature, the surviving rate is very low, especially if you don't have good experience to handle the material. When you have the material, normally it is okay, but Pemphis is very sensitive when it starts to become a finished bonsai. And then for the Yamadori, mostly the lowest surviving rate is for those very nice material, because as you can see, Pemphis we have a lot very nice character, a lot of natural ginseng. So normally the living vein is very small. So on those very very massive, very nice material, normally the living vein is not that much. It's the extreme material. Normally those are the ones who which is difficult to survive. So it's a pity. So now more and more difficult to get nice material Pemphis. So I still have a lot of stock, especially the material there from Sumbawa. So this is from Sumbawa. Okay, now come back to here. Now I try to find the angle. See. Look at see. This is how the Pemphis from Sumbawa is growing. Now it's very flat, and it is normally growing like this. It's very flat. You can see there's not so much line. Not so much empty space, and you cannot bend it here and there. So the challenge is how to find the right angle so that we can use to have a nice composition. So the first thing, as usual, I try to find where is what is the unique part of this material. What is unique? What can I turn into nice talking point? So I'm not, when I'm working on a material, I'm not trying to find where is the nice, where is the beautiful part, where is the perfect part. But in contrary, normally what I'm trying to find is what is unique. Normally means when I say unique, sometimes it can be the part with a lot of defects, the defective, the ugly part sometimes. So I like to work on the ugly part so that I can turn into the talking point. Jadi biasanya kalau saya desain atau mencari satu bahan, yang pertama yang saya lihat adalah bagian yang uniknya. Mana bagian yang unik dari bahan ini? Saya selalu yang pertama yang saya cari bukan bagian yang paling indah atau paling sempurna, yang paling bagus. Tapi justru saya suka mulai mencari di mana bagian yang banyak karakter. Biasanya yang bagian yang punya banyak karakter adalah bagian yang justru banyak rusaknya, entah itu banyak keringannya, kemudian banyak keroposannya, atau bahkan bagian-bagian sudut yang banyak jeleknya. Karena kejelekan dari satu bahan itu biasanya menjadi faktor yang menarik untuk bagaimana kita mengeksplorasi, kemudian kita jadikan itu menjadi satu sudut ataupun satu talking point. Nah itu kalau kita berhasil, itu biasanya pohon itu bonsai itu akan lebih unik daripada suatu bahan yang sempurna. Nah kalau kita lihat di sini, ini hampir di semua sudut itu ada yang menarik. Kalau kita lihat di sini, ini adalah satu sudut yang cukup menarik, tapi tidak banyak garis-garis batang atau cabang yang kelihatan. Kemudian kalau kita lihat di sini, ini lebih unik lagi, ini lebih keras lagi, lebih ekstrim lagi. Hanya kalau kita lihat dari sini, problemnya adalah kiri kanannya percabangan perantingannya terlalu simetris, sehingga agak sulit untuk kita mencari satu gerak dari komposisi tersebut. Karena kalau kita mendesain pohon-pohon bahan-bahan seperti ini, yang penting adalah gerakan. Bagaimana kita bisa menampilkan satu gerakan yang dinamis, yang kadang-kadang harus ekstrim untuk menciptakan satu drama alam. Nah, biasanya komposisi yang menarik itu adalah komposisi yang tidak simetris. Sedangkan dari sini kita lihat terlalu simetris. So as I say, from here this part, this angle, it looks also very nice, very rough, very strong character. But the problem is that this is too symmetrical. When we are working on this kind of material, in the composition, normally I will try to create a very dynamic movement. So how to create a dynamic movement is by having an asymmetrical balance. Because with symmetrical balance, it's difficult to create a movement. So in this angle, it looks very nice, but it is too symmetrical. So it is difficult to create a nice movement unless I can find a certain empty space here, because movement is created by empty space. So that's why a lot of bonsai design, a lot of people, when they have a very nice material, very dynamic material, but at the end, the overall design, there is no movement. Why? Because they do not work on the empty space. They do not consider empty space as one of the design elements. So in fact, empty space is one of the design elements to use to create movement. Jadi banyak kita lihat bonsai-bonsai yang bahannya bagus, garis-garisnya sangat menarik, sangat dinamis, tapi akhirnya desain terakhirnya kadang-kadang tuh jadi monoton, tidak punya gerakan yang dinamis. Kenapa? Karena biasanya mereka tuh tidak berani untuk membuat ruangan-ruangan yang cukup. Jadi kadang-kadang mereka punya tendensi untuk mengisi semua ruangan. Karena apa? Karena kalau kita membuat gerakan, hanya ruang kosong yang bisa menciptakan gerak. Itu penting. Jadi ruang kosong itu adalah salah satu dari elemen desain. Banyak yang merasa kosong itu ya gak ada apa-apanya. Enggak. Ruang kosong dalam satu desain bonsai adalah bagian dari elemen desain yang harus kita pakai untuk menciptakan satu gerak komposisi yang dinamis. Nah sekarang kita lihat, ada nggak di sini, bisa nggak saya pakai untuk saya ciptakan gerak? Karena di sini memang ada sudutnya itu, sudutnya cukup menarik, karakternya cukup menarik. Cuman kita lihat lagi. Nah, di sini juga menarik. Di sini juga ada tekstur-tekstur atau fitur yang menarik. Cuman sekali lagi kalau kita pakai yang di sini, ini terlalu flat, kemudian gerakan atasnya itu ke belakang. So this angle is also very nice. You see, it's a very nice angle. But the problem is that if I use this angle, this is a little bit flat, and then the movement of the trunk is going backward. So now let me see. I need to make a lot of compromise. When we design a bonsai, what we are looking for? Some people say, okay, we should have a nice nebari. We should have a nice trunk line. We should have a nice, trunk movement. But for Yamadori, we cannot expect that. We cannot expect to have one angle with all the perfect features of these three aspects. We cannot, or sometimes yes, but I would say that it's difficult to get one angle with a nice nemari, nice trunk line, and nice movement. Okay, so we need to make a lot of compromise. Maybe one angle we can have a very nice nebari, but the trunk line is not very nice. But in certain angle, we have a nice trunk line, but maybe the neighbor is not very good. So we should do a lot of compromise to decide which we want to explore, which we want to use. At the end, the composition is the most important thing. Okay? The harmonious composition, the balance, the visual balance is the keyword to have a nice composition. Oke, jadi waktu kita desain bonsai, kita selalu membuat kompromi-kompromi. Komprominya apa? Selalu kalau kita membuat bonsai, banyak orang yang pertama dia memilih kakinya dulu, yang mana kakinya enak. Kemudian batangnya yang bagus. Kemudian gerakan perbatangan, percabangannya yang enak. Nah masalahnya adalah di bahan-bahan yang kita gali dari alam kan kita tidak bisa selalu mendapatkan satu sudut pandang yang mempunyai tiga aspek, tiga elemen yang semua bagus. Mungkin dari sudut tertentu kita punya kaki yang bagus, tapi batangnya gak enak. Begitu kita dapat gerakan batang yang enak, kakinya kurang baik. Nah kita harus membuat kompromi, yang mana kita mau pakai. Kita harus membuat keputusan, kita harus pilih yang mana yang harus kita pakai. Nah caranya apa? Ini tergantung mimik, tergantung ke apa yang kita ingin tampilkan, apa yang ingin kita tonjolkan. Oke, karena setiap kompromi yang kita lakukan itu mimiknya akan berbeda, pesan yang kita sampaikan berbeda, kemudian komposisi juga berbeda. Tapi pada kesimpulan keseluruhan, akhirnya yang membuat bonsai itu indah adalah komposisi yang enak, yang harmonis dengan keseimbangan visual yang bagus. Itu adalah kata kuncinya. Jadi sekarang kita akan coba membuat kompromi. Oke. Ya, udah. Saya sudah sedikit menemukan sudutnya, potnya. Mungkin agak jauh, jadi dapat semua ya. Dapat semua ya. Oke. Ya. So, it's not easy to find the nice angle, because here, as you can see, there are two main dominant lines here. One is this line, and then second one is this line. So, and then there are some interesting detail. So I try to find the angle where I can explore these two dynamic line, which I try to visualize the final composition of this angle. Okay. At this point, I find this angle, which is quite interesting. Ambil batu itu batu. Saya mau kanjuran ini meja. this is the angle I'm trying to use. More or less, okay? When I design a bonsai, when I have material, I don't have any obsession. I just following the process. So in the process, sometimes I change my mind. Okay, when at the middle of the design, sometimes I find somewhere more interesting, then I change my mind. So it's not a problem. So don't have any obsession, because once you have obsession, you block your mind. You block your creativity, because you try to insist to push on what you want. Okay, so this is what I say, obsession. So I always advise that when you design the bonsai, don't have any obsession. There is one thing, and now the next step, I should decide the movement. If the tree will go into this direction or that direction. How I decide? Of course, I should look at the detail of the branches, the possibility branches where I can use to create the movement. That's one thing. And second thing, I always try to think out of the box. So normally, when you're doing certain leaning, and then the movement, normally they are flowing to the same direction. So sometimes I try to think what normally people they don't think of. So by always trying to do in the reverse way, sometimes you can find something more outstanding. Okay. Jadi saya sementara saya memutuskan untuk memakai sudut pandang di sini. Cuman ini belum final, karena waktu desain bonsai jangan punya obsesi untuk saya akan membuat ini, saya begini. Karena begitu kita terobsesi, biasanya kita akan blok kreativitas kita, karena kita akan memaksa kehendak kita untuk ini yang saya mau bikin. Nah ini yang nggak boleh. Jadi ikutin aja proses desain. Kadang-kadang begitu di tengah jalan menemukan sesuatu yang lebih baik, kemudian berubah pikiran, fine, nggak masalah. Oke? Okay? Now I try to open a little bit the space. Let's see if we can find the interesting line. Kemudian waktu desain bonsai, kadang-kadang banyak juga akan bertanya, ini kita mau buat gaya apa gitu. Lupakan mengenai gaya. Jadi kalau kita bikin bonsai, jangan pernah kita bertanya mengenai gaya. Karena begitu kita berpikir mengenai gaya, itu kita akan kita akan blok kreativitas kita. Karena apa? Karena kita semua itu belajar bonsai, selalu kita belajar apa? Belajar 5 gaya dasar. Jadi begitu kita coba bertanya gaya apa, itu biasanya pikiran kita itu sudah terbatas dengan 5 gaya dasar itu, sehingga kita itu akan terblokir kreativitas kita untuk mencari kemungkinan desain yang bisa kita eksplorasi dari bahan tersebut. So the other thing, when you design a bonsai, don't try to ask yourself what style you are working on. Because when you are thinking about style, once again, you block your creativity. You block your mind to what? To the 5 basic style we are all learning. Yeah, it seems that in bonsai they only have 5 style. Then, if we are thinking about style, and then we try to find the composition that follow, or to get one of the 5 style we learn or we know. In fact, in bonsai there is no style. Style is just a composition, just a pose of composition. So a lot of people, they always ask me, when I post my bonsai, they ask me, what style is it? I say, I don't know. Tell me. I don't care. So don't ask me. I don't know. Okay, so it's not important for me. Because at the end, it is about composition. It's about balance. Jadi, sering ada yang bertanya, gayanya apa nih? Saya bilang saya nggak tahu. Jangan tanya mengenai gaya, karena saya juga nggak tahu juga gayanya apa. Hai guys, banyak nonton?
Oh banyak Pak, 170.
168.
Nah 68.
For instance, like recently, Limar from Malaysia, he made a nice painting on T-shirt, and he want to make it for one for me with my one of my bonsai. It is a Premna. So he is a nice artist. He is nice. He is doing a nice painting. So he have done the painting on the T-shirt, and then he want to write something, and then he asked me. He say, "What is the style?" I say, I don't know. I say, I don't know. Whatever you say. So don't even put the style. Well, just put Premna, the species name or whatever you want, but don't mention the style because I don't care. And even in some community, in the contest, they're trying to give award for different style of bonsai. For me, I mean, I personally, I'm not trying against the thought of this community. But for me, it's not necessary. It is not educative. And it will block the creativity of people. So, and then they give award for windswept, from fruit bonsai, from flower bonsai, from on the rock bonsai, for Lythraceae or whatever. And then the funny thing is that once I was the judge over there, and then well, I didn't know when they announced the award, they give one award to a windswept bonsai. And then when they announced the winner, and then they called the name of the owner of this windswept bonsai on the stage, this guy was kind of confusing. And then, so I know from his expression, I know that he was confusing because I was confusing as well, because the bonsai they give as the winner of the windswept bonsai. It's not a windswept. It's just a tree, a slanting tree. So the artist, he didn't make it as a windswept bonsai, and I didn't see that bonsai as a windswept, but they gave a windswept word for this bonsai. For me, it's just, I mean, a little bit ridiculous, a bit too much. I mean, in contest, in my opinion, we are not trying to please everybody, but we need to give education, to give idea what is good, what is to give them the idea about good bonsai, not to please people. Okay, so it's my personal. Okay, jadi tadi saya cerita mengenai style. Jadi saya pernah menjadi juri di satu negara, di mana mereka itu saking antusiasnya, mereka tuh memberikan award, memberikan trofi pada semua gaya bonsai. Jadi ada gaya bonsai, ada pemenang gaya bonsai buah, ada pemenang bonsai bunga, ada on the rock, ada Lythraceae, ada windswept, macam-macam. Nah, suatu saat pas waktu pengumuman penyerahan hadiah trofi, ada satu orang dipanggil ke atas panggung untuk menerima hadiah sebagai pemenang dari windswept bonsai. Nah, begitu naik ini orang namanya disebut, suruh naik ke atas, dia bingung. Dari mimiknya saya lihat dia bingung, dan saya juga bingung. Karena waktu saya jadi juri, saya lihat dari pameran dari bonsai yang ada semua itu kayaknya nggak ada satupun bonsai yang itu windswept. Kok ada pemenang windswept gitu loh? Ternyata betul. Jadi bonsai yang disebutkan pemenang windswept itu ternyata bukan windswept, jadi cuma pohon yang miring aja gitu, slanting aja. Nah, jadi si seniman juga bikin bonsai itu juga dia mungkin juga nggak pernah mikirin gayanya, tapi dia dikasih hadiah sebagai pemenang windswept. Jadi ya ini yang buat saya itu agak aneh aja. Jadi kita nggak perlu kita memikirkan gaya, yang penting adalah bonsai itu yang kita buat tuh indah apa enggak. Saya kira itu yang penting. Padahal batangnya aja yang miring. Tapi karena mereka sudah bikin trofi ada windswept segala macam, mereka kemudian memaksa-maksa untuk mencari yang mana yang windswept. Padahal yang dibuat itu bukan windswept. Okay, now you can see when I agak di tengah jadi kelihatan semua ya.
Ya.
Agak bisa kelihatan semua nggak?
Oke.
Now, when I open the space, you can see now the basic composition is coming out. Okay, you can see that the focal point is now coming out, and this is the counterbalance of the branches. Now the composition is coming out. The tree is going. There is kind of like a movement to this side. Okay, with this empty space, the composition is coming to be clear. Okay. Okay. Enak nggak?
Ya, udah Pak. Ada Sergio ini.
Ada Sergio.
Sergio Luciani.
Hi Sergio. What time is it there? Ya, mulai. Sergio, you know Juju, huh? You met him in China. He's one of my best students.
Oh, Sergio-nya menjawab IM 6.48.
What is that?
Nah. Pagi berarti ya.
Oh, it's morning.
Ya.
Ah, good. So you have to brush your teeth. I can smell it. Yeah, I see the coffee, huh?
Ini ada Lithuania juga.
Siapa?
Lithuania, Kęstutis
Hi, Kęstutis.
Kaukas.
How are you? How is in Lithuania? It's cold now? No? I will be in Poland in June. Are you coming? Kęstutis? Hope to see you there. It's a Black Scissors convention.
Lindsay Beth.
Hi, Lindsay. Our Mr. President. Where is our Mrs. President?
Ini ada juga dari Mumbai,
Siapa tuh?
Vinita Agarwal.
Oh, okay. Vinita. Hi,
Vinita.
Vinita.
Kestutis answer your question,
Yeah.
Mr. Robert. See you in Poland.
Oh, okay. See you in Poland, casualties. Let's have fun. I miss the mad dog of Poland. You know mad dog of Poland's casualties? How they mix the strawberry syrup with vodka and with Tabasco. Whew. That's one of the best. But I was told that I'm not supposed to take one. So at least I should take two and then double always. 2 or 4 or 6. I asked him why. He said that to keep the balance. Because if I take the odd number, I will lose the balance. So either 2 or 4 or 6. Okay, it's good.
What Zamir Pitrasko.
Oh yeah.
I'm voting for you in Poland, she said.
Hi, Vladimir. Yes, everything is fine in Poland. All the preparation is good. Yeah, good. Don't forget, we have fun, huh? email just to let you know, to obtain the visa of Poland is quite troublesome. It's not easy to get visa, and it takes very long. They told me that I need to have at least 2 weeks to get the visa, at least if there is no system error or whatever. But the problem is that from now till June, I don't have free time of 2 weeks. So I'm almost flying every second week. So I don't have time more than 7 days. So now I'm I have a special connection with the Poland's embassy so that they can try to give me the visa less than 6 working days. I hope I can get it. Cross my finger. Because otherwise I cannot get it. Because even 2 weeks they cannot guarantee. They say at least, oh my God. And at the same time, I need to apply my India visa also. But to apply India visa is fine. But for Poland, it's a little bit troublesome. But it's fine. We can work it out. I will work it with the Indonesian.
Ini Beatrix Betancourt. Beatrix Betancourt. Hi Robert.
Hi.
Beatrix Betancourt. Hola Sergio. Ya, keluar dia punya itu. Ya, ada yang ngasih komen, ada yang cuma
So, Sergio is still there. So, this year in November, I'm also going to Argentina. I try to have some extra days so that I can have some extra holidays going around in Argentina. Because last time when I went there, I didn't have time to really see the Argentina. But this time I want to make sure that I have some extra days.
Mr. Manoj Kumar say question for you, Mr. Robert.
Yes.
When you coming to India, Manoj Kumar?
When I come to India in May, end of May, no, 23rd of May, I will have a long trip, driving adventures with Sanjay. We are going to Leh, and then from Leh, I think we will driving somewhere, and then driving down back to Delhi, to Valley. I don't know. Sanjay plan for that. So we have the Lythraceae adventures. Remember our tour, our drive last time? It was fun, right? So unfortunately this time we cannot join.
Sergio Luciani say, in November we will destroy everything. She said, in November we will destroy
We will
everything.
destroy everything. What do you mean? Don't destroy my reputation, huh? Black scissors always destroy everything. Yeah? We break everything. We destroy the rule. We destroy the rule, but we repair the aesthetic.
Sergio say, you are going to the Himalaya with Sanjay?
Yes, when going to join us, it will be fun, Sergio. I think we are going to have 4 persons, me, Sanjay, and then another 2 guys, his friend. I will fly to Delhi, and then from Delhi have a connecting flight to a lake, and then we will drive from lake back to Delhi by car. So it will be a lot of fun. I saw the pictures. I mean, Sanjay gave me the video. Very high. I don't know. It's one of very high level of region. Very high. So fun. You want to join us? It's about 1 week, from 23rd to 31st. Sanjay is one of the best guy in India. He is good driver also. And then when he's driving, he will have the music, the India music. Very nice, okay? Oh, it's fun.
Sergio say, I can only go if Sanjay cut his mustache.
I can cut mine. Now it's one of the boring parts, but anyway, it's come out very soon. You can see the result coming out. We are working on the ramification. See, leave this space. Now you can see the composition is a very dynamic composition with the trees flowing to this direction, and also you can see there's a lot of textures or the bark, they are very massive at the same time, very dynamic. And then also, potting is very important. You see, I do it on purpose. I pot it to the very end of this right side, so that I can have more space here to emphasize the movement of the tree. So as I always say, empty spaces, the elements, is one of the design elements. So we should be smart enough to play with the empty space. A lot of people, when they design bonsai, they dare not create empty space. They tend to feel a lot of things. They tend to have a very dense foliage. Although when they have very nice line character of the material. So you can see a lot of bonsai with a nice line, but at the end you don't see the movement because they do not create the empty space. So empty space is one of the keywords to create movement. What I like is this. See that? This curve. This is one of the features to create the dynamic movement.
Sorry, Mr. Robert.
Yes.
Do you want to say hi with Mr. Sanjay Dam?
Hi Sanjay. How are you? So we are just talking about a trip in May. Sergio said that he want to join us if you cut your mustache. So I'm looking forward to the fun, huh? In fact, I tried to get my Indian visa today, but they say no, I cannot apply today because the visa is only for 2 months. And then if I apply today, it will be expired before I fly. So I should come back in April. Luckily, in April, I have sometimes in between my travel, I have about a week so that I can apply in April. But as I told Vladimir, that after that, I should apply the visa for Poland. Because in fact, today, before I decided to apply the Indian visa, I supposed to apply for the Poland visa. But they say no, because they only can, I can only apply at least 2 months before my schedule. So now it's March. I'm coming in June, so I can apply now. So I should apply in April or May. But the problem is in April and May, I don't have extra days enough for the Poland visa. Because for Poland visa, they told me at least 2 weeks, at least. But I don't have more than 7 days from now till June. But I find some connection in Poland's embassy, so hopefully it works. So hopefully they will give me within 5 days. Hopefully, connection is always good everywhere in the world.
Hello, Pak Ukar. Selamat sore.
Enak kali dari sini. Kayaknya masih perlu dideketin ya. Hah? Dideketin agak direndah. Coba ambil pakai ini. Agak rendah coba. I will check on the composition. Let me see. Just hold on. Coba dekat. Coba, sorry. Hah?
Yang rantingnya sini.
Apa?
Yang kanan rantingnya tahu betul turun.
Terus mana?
Tahu turun. Yang kanan.
Yang ini?
Ya.
Saya sebenarnya sengaja. Terlalu turun ya. Ini terlalu panjang ini ya.
Itu iya. Itu juga ngaruh.
Terlalu panjang ya.
Ya.
Buang ya.
Ya. Pendekin, Pak.
Terlalu panjang nggak ini?
Enggak, Pak.
Cukup itu, Pak.
Kemarin ini Pak dia agak apa? Itu lagi di bulan. Terlalu, Pak.
Hah?
Bawah.
Naiknya? Naikin?
Agak bentang dikit, Pak.
Hah?
Agak bentangan dikit.
Ini?
Ya.
Hah? Ini ganggu nggak ini?
Enggak, kira Pak.
Hah?
Enggak apa itu.
Udah enak?
Lagi dong. Lagi dong.
Udah enak? Hah? Udah enak ya? Okay, now it's done. Hope that you enjoy it. What else I would say? So I think it's totally different from before and after. What else? I think we have explored the nice character, the nice angle with the composition, and done. Good. Okay. Black Scissors regard. See you in my next live demo. Okay. Bye bye. Bentar, yang matiin dulu. Harusnya hari ini ada musik nih ya. Iya Pak Haji.
Lupa dia.
Iya. Oh. Ya. Oke.